Hello and welcome back everyone, I'm Day-Glo Buffalo and this is Let's Play Deus Ex Human Revolution, the Director's Cut. So before we get back to the game, I have to make a quick preface here. I had to replay these parts in Detroit because, as you may have seen in the previous video, I had some problems with the in-engine cutscenes like dialogue and takedowns, where the frame rate would just dip badly. In one of the dialogues in this video, the frame rate was so bad that it was a slideshow, literally. We're talking frames per minute, single digits, not frames per second. And it actually took the game a while to recover afterwards, like a minute, until it was back to normal. Now, it was all on the recording side because while I was playing it, everything seemed fine. So I reworked some of the settings with OBS, and so things seem fine now, and basically this part is a bit of a test recording. Hopefully everything goes well, and we can then move on as if nothing had happened. So, when we last left off, we had just convinced Taggart to give us some information about where Isaiah Sandoval, his assistant, is, or maybe. And so, well, basically, I was turning away because these low FPS static here is just really distracting. So let's go backstage and see what Taggart has to say to us. So back over here is the grate that we would have come out if we had crawled through the vent shaft in the bathroom. We would have popped out here. So anyway, this is Taggart's dressing room, so let's go talk to him. Actually, in the first playthrough, I thought this was Taggart. Turns out it's just a bodyguard, but I was like, I walked around and was talking to him, and I was like, maybe that's not Taggart. But there is an ebook here in the corner. Can we turn this off? All right, vagus nerve stimulators, repurposing the technology, from a lecture given by Hugh Darrow at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology 2011. We're all familiar with vagus nerve stimulator devices and their use in the treatment of partial epilepsy. This year, the patent lockout ends on this technology, and as such, we're at a point where the introduction of generic vagus nerve stimulators systems is a viable possibility. The vagus nerve can be stimulated artificially to modulate neural plasticity in the brain, without the need for invasive surgery. Correctly controlled, governance of neurotransmitter release in brain tissue is simply a matter of degree. Recently, we have come to understand that with neuromodulation of the immune system, through the release of neurotransmitters in the brain, we can decrease systemic inflammation, speed healing, and, in fact, control the cycles of immune function. This has led to an increase in our understanding of thinking of the immune system as a rechargeable battery, as if it was a video game. So Taggart is back here. Hello, bodyguards. Oh, there's a beer here that we will not hesitate to drink. And then there's another book here, United Nations General Resolution number 85/45. Abstract. UN General Resolution 85/45 resolves to determine the most coherent policy direction for governance and corporate entities in the matter of human augmentation technologies, HET. The so-called biopolitic vote is a referendum centering on the key questions of regulation, distribution, control, and ethical outcome. Given that the ongoing evolution of HET systems shows all signs of becoming truly global in reach, given that HET systems radically alter the nature of human beings, thus affecting quality of life, social standing, survivability, societal compact. Given that this technology can be seen to have a destabilizing effect on all levels of the societal order, the following statement is proposed. Resolution 85/45 puts forward the proposition that all future HET research and development, manufacture and distribution may be monitored and regulated by a UN agency or other senior corporate entity so chosen and empowered by the United Nations Advisory Board. Not sure if oversight by a corporate entity is really the best idea, but that's neither here nor there, so... I don't think we have access to this computer, so we can just talk to Taggart.
Mr. Jensen, I appreciate you allowing me to deal with this in a more discreet manner.
Save it, Taggart. You've wasted enough of my time as it is. Now where's Sandoval?
He has an apartment he uses when in this city, on Grand River Road. He mentioned he was feeling very run down, so I can only assume he went there.
I see.
He's not an evil man, Mr. Jensen. If he's done what you say, it's only because of his brother, Ezekiel. A man you might know better as Zeke Sanders.
Sanders? The man who attacked Sarah's manufacturing plant?
I knew nothing about it until after it was over, and then I tried. I tried to convince Isaiah not to follow in his footsteps.
Good job.
Mr. Jensen, please. Isaiah has done so much for so many needy people. People suffering from implant rejection. Promise me you will deal with him fairly.
That all depends on Isaiah.
I understand, but please try.
Okay, so we have a lead about where to find them. So we can move out. And this leads to a side door. And since we now have the Icarus landing system and there's really nothing interesting on the stairs, I checked. There is a vent over there, but it doesn't give us any extra XP, so we can just jump off here.
Any idea what's going on up there?
At least clear the streets.
I heard they were pretty aggressive.
Yeah, I heard that too.
All right,
I'm happy we don't have to
here we
go
are
out there.
back on the ground floor. And the next conversation is the one where my frame rate really went to hell.
Jensen? I almost didn't recognize you. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, what are the chances? Do you remember me? I was a rookie when you still rolled in SWAT.
Nikki. Of course I remember you. How you been? The brass got you on ride control too?
Yeah, I am. Or I was until... Damn it. Look, something big is going down, and I'm kind of freaking out here. You remember that MCBer, Jacob White? You busted him a couple of times.
Yeah, I remember him. Assault and possession. He's still running rackets?
No, I mean, yeah, shit, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because he's moved on to bigger things.
Nikki, slow down.
Listen, hear me out. I just got word he has his hands on some real military-grade explosives. The prick's got a fucking bomb, Adam. And you know how much he hates the PD. He's going to hit us while we have our pants down with the riots. You gotta help us out here.
Nikki, I'm kind of busy. If he's got a bomb, just call it in and follow procedure.
What do you think I've been doing? I've been on the horn all night, and my CO already sent a patrol over to Jacob's house. We've got a warrant, so they searched the place, but nothing came up, not even Jacob. Now they're saying my CI is probably full of shit and just fucking with me. Bullshit! Jacob's using the riots as cover, and he's going to hit us, and hit us hard. Adam, I need you to trust me on this. You gotta help me find Jacob.
All right, let's get some information about this whole deal we have going here.
How did White even manage to get his hands on explosives?
My source says he got the bomb materials from some government stash out in Highland Park. It's all I know so far. But it all fits. He was last seen ranting at a rally about shattering the foundation of the hypocrisy or some bullshit like that. You know, quoting Che Guevara and talking about violent revolution.
Did he have the shirt, too?
What? Anyway, he practically named the date and time of this reckoning. And it's tonight. It has to be.
Wasn't the Highland Park where we took out that FEMA facility?
I have to admit, Nikki, I'm having a hard time believing White could come up with something like this. He can barely tie his own shoelaces without tripping all over himself.
That was then. This is now. After his last stint in Standish, he got bug-eyed crazy. Started talking about how the gang war in Derelict Row was all part of a government plot, and it's time he did something about it.
I remember him saying that augmented kid we took down last year was a cover-up.
Exactly! And he's been railing against Wayne Haas, the PD, and anyone else involved in that ever since. I'm telling you, Adam, he's been getting more and more violent. Now he's got explosives, and we've got a giant bullseye painted on our ass.
Well, there are outside influencers trying to start a gang war. I mean, we uncovered that for Jenny Alexander last time we were in Detroit.
So why is it nobody trusts your source?
He used to run with White's old crew, but he's a 3-strike pert facing a dime on some damn parole violation. He's trying to cop a deal, so nobody trusts him. Thing is, I know he's reliable. He hasn't bullshitted me yet, and I don't think he's doing it now.
Okay, so let's get some details.
What is it exactly that you need me to do?
You mean you'll help me out? Really?
I didn't say that. Assuming I did agree to help, what would you need me to do exactly?
Oh. Well, based on Jacob's history and his new political agenda, I can almost guarantee he's going after cops. I've warned everyone working street detail and anyone else who'd listen to keep an eye out. But with half the force tied up with the protests and rioting, I can't get the manpower for a proper search. I need you to check a few spots my CI thinks Jacob could be at, and take care of the threat if you can. Even if you find nothing, great. It put my mind at ease, at least.
I hope there's a reward involved.
Nikki, look, I don't work for the city anymore, and I don't exactly have a lot of time right now.
Yeah, I understand. Look, the cops have a Deadpool going. I don't like it, but you kill a cop killer and you get a bounty. I usually reserve this to pay off our CIs, but if Jacob really is going after us, then he's as good as dead as far as I'm concerned. You take him out, the bounty is yours. To be honest, though, I'd rather see him rotting behind bars. If you can knock him out and give him to us alive, I'll try to sweeten the deal.
Okay, so, well, of course we're gonna accept.
Fine, I'll help. Let's go over what we know. Just the facts.
What we know? Just the facts? What we know is he's certified batshit crazy, hates cops, quotes Che Guevara, and got his hands on military-grade explosives. What more do you need to know? Oh, Christ, man. I've got nobody to help me, and I can't even breathe. How am I supposed to find this guy? The bomb could be right under us, right now!
Okay, well, we can use the pheromones to calm him down a little bit. You showed as Omega quite a bit, so...
Nikki, you're a cop. Act like it. How are you gonna earn your stripes if you shit yourself under pressure like some wet behind the ears rookie at the academy?
Fuck. You're right. Damn it. I'm sorry. I lost my head. I'm still in the game, Adam. It won't happen again. You can trust me on this.
Just focus, okay? We know that White hates cops, so his first target is probably gonna be the precinct or somewhere nearby. Make sense?
Yeah, and he wouldn't risk hanging around the bank or transit station. They've got those security cameras with facial recognition software. And the precinct is shut down thanks to the internal affairs investigation. That leaves the precinct alleys and sewers as the most probable places to find White. I'm going to get on the horn and update my CO. Can you check those two locations? And Jensen, be careful. White may have left booby traps lying around. He's like that, now that I think about it.
No problem. Anything else you can give me?
I don't know. You remember what White looks like, right? Tall, Caucasian, skinhead? He's not the quietest guy, so you'll probably hear him before you see him.
Yeah, a real philosopher king. I remember.
Yeah, so if you just keep your eyes and ears open, I'm sure you'll find him. Also, I heard he's had some major augmentation work done. I'd be extra careful around him. I think the White we used to know has been replaced with something much worse.
Got it.
I know it's a long shot, but I'm hoping we get backup to expand the search. In the meantime, we can check those areas, and who knows, maybe we'll catch a break. Oh, and Jensen, please don't turn him into a martyr. I'd prefer him breathing.
Okay, so... that was a fairly long cutscene that I heard a lot of times during my test recordings. And this is the spot the game has trouble with. Walking out of here, and then once I look up, usually the frame rate takes a dip. Yep, Well, actually, it was a lot less worse this time. A lot less bad this time, so... Yay, I guess. All seems to be going fairly well. So, what we're gonna do next is, first of all, I had remembered that we had left a door unopened here last time we were in Detroit because it was a level 4 hack. So let's take care of this. I don't like that. That's much better.
Access grant.
And we're in 250 XP. And we can go in here. Up the stairs. To a landing with 2 doors we can't open. And there's only a window. That is actually already open. Oh, damn it. There's another problem. Oops. Okay. And we're on top of the gas station. So really, it was just for the hack. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna check in on that private investigator that Pritchard gave us the info of, who was the guy who was looking into our Adam Jensen's past. So he lives here. Actually, he lives right across from the apartment where we took out all those, all the gang guys the last time we were here. No, it was here around the corner. As we can see, their guns are still here and everything, and ominously, the door is open. And there is blood here. And we can hear people talking. So, there's a guy who luckily has his back to us. So we can take him out. How'd you like that? So, nothing of any use. And here is Brent Radford, the private investigator. And let's talk to him.
Jensen! Oh, Christ!
Brent Radford?
In the flesh. For now.
How do you know my name? What happened here?
Answers for favors. There's a trauma kit I keep somewhere around here. Find it.
You need a doctor. I'll get help.
No time. They could be back. Any minute. Find the kit quickly. If you want answers.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Well, he won't talk unless we bring him the trauma kit. So the trauma kit is here in the corner. And we have 11 praxis points. So, now let's talk to him again.
Did you find the kit? Oh, sweet Jesus. The pain. Morphine.
And let's give him a dose.
This should help with the pain. Now tell me what's going on.
Those sons of bitches. I should have seen it coming. I knew from the moment Sarif got spooked that this case would come back and bite me in the ass.
Sarif. So you're the investigator he hired to run a background check on me?
Detective. Or I was, until... Christ, fuck it. It hurts enough just trying to breathe. Point is, the goons that did this to me, professionals. I think your boss pissed off the wrong people, trying to dig up your dirt.
What people? What did you find?
No time to go into details. My storage unit, the sons of bitches, they're headed there now. Sarif had me uncover a ton of shit on you. Stuff even You don't know. Your parents, your real parents. The tests, the fire. What are you, Jensen? Some kind of freak?
Focus, Radford.
I mothballed the case in storage. It's in an alley. Behind the bank. Your files are there. But Michelle knows. Michelle knows more. You need to stop them.
All right, let's see if we can get some details.
You robot. This is all your fault. Give me another shot. Morphine. Or go fuck yourself.
Okay. But don't get too used to it.
Focus, Radford.
Ah, that hit the spot. I think I could get used to this stuff. Hey, I'm feeling a little more talkative. Already. Robot.
He keeps calling us that. Oh, we don't need a reward.
Radford, I know you're in a lot of pain, but it's important you give me as many details as you can.
There's a storage unit in the alley, next to the bank, near the police department. That's where the suits are headed. I tried. Didn't give them anything. There's a safe. It has what you want. It'll get you to her. It'll lead you to her. To Michelle. The safe. They don't have the right combination. 4062. Remember.
All right. So let's get about. Ask about Seraph.
Why did Seraph stop the investigation? You said he was spooked. What spooked him?
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. Hell, even I don't. I still don't believe it. You believe in ghosts, Jensen?
Seraph was spooked by ghosts.
Close enough. Illuminati. Conspiracies, theories, it's all bullshit. But you stink of it, Jensen. Enough to have your boss, one of the most powerful men in the world, look away. You're a ghost. A fucking tragedy. Everything you touch, everything that touches you, dies.
You mentioned someone named Michelle. Who's Michelle?
Your guardian angel.
Who is she?
Tell me, do robots even believe in angels? Or did they take that out of you? Did they take that away? You know, your soul, when they built you? Tell me, what was it like when you died, Jensen?
I know you're in a lot of pain, and the morphine is...
Just find her before they do. You owe her that much.
Who did this to you?
Guys in suits. One of them, David or Daniel, something like that, British accent. He was in charge. Talked about a Mr. Gray. They were in a hurry. 4 of them. Not counting the one they left behind. Well-armed, disciplined. I didn't stand a chance. Maybe that metal corpse you call a body will do better than mine did.
What were they looking for?
You robot. They wanted my information on you. Someone powerful has their eyes on you and is very interested in your past.
Okay, that's all the information. So, I guess nothing left to do than to leave.
I'm leaving, but I'll call in an ambulance. You'll be okay.
No. Those fucking animals. I can't move anything. I was turning around, pulling my gun when the first bullet hit me. The second one, they fucking paralyzed me.
I'm sure it's not as bad as you think. It might be a reaction to the morphine.
I know what morphine does. I also know what a 9mm round fired at less than 10 meters does to the thoracic vertebrae on impact.
You need a doctor. They can fix that.
I ain't turning into no freak. Even if I could afford the surgery, the augments, I'd rather die than be half a machine. And I sure as hell ain't gonna live the rest of my life in a wheelchair, shitting in a goddamn diaper.
Radford.
Listen, I know there's still a few more morphine shots. Another 2 should do the trick. Please, this is as close as I'm gonna get to begging you. Don't leave me like this. You owe me that much.
Well, let's inquire why he hates augmentation so much.
Why do you hate augmentation so much?
Because it ain't right. You can't go changing the way things are. You can't replace the real thing with an imitation. It ain't right. It ain't natural.
It can save your life.
No, you lose more than what gets left behind on the chopping block. You should know this by now.
Well, I can certainly empathize with him.
I understand. But technology, it's different now. It can help you. You could still live a normal life.
A normal life? What would you know about a normal life? Did technology really help you, Jensen? I think it made you a monster. Sarif didn't give you your life back. He just made you better at taking it away from others.
Okay, and at this point we can use pheromones on him to convince him to not kill himself. And since, well, I mean, I could understand it if he was gonna die anyway, so have like a quick painless death, but since he could actually survive, and he showed up as Alpha quite a lot, we can go with appease.
I don't think you really want to die, Radford. I think you're just scared. I was scared too. I didn't ask for any of this, just like you didn't ask for a bullet in the gut. But you can't blame me, or Sarif, or technology for what's happening here.
I wouldn't be in this mess if it wasn't for you and your damn past. I never should have taken the job, but I needed the work, the money. Even if I wanted to, I can't afford the fucking augmentation surgery. And I can't live like a cripple for the rest of my life.
Living through adversity is what makes us human. It's not flesh and blood or even bone that defines us. I might be more machine than flesh, but I'm still alive. I'm still human.
You got heart for a robot, I'll give you that. Tell you what, I'll play along with this little after-school special you got going on here. I'll get through this, but not because of this lovey-dovey bullshit charade. I'll live for the truth, for revenge. Whoever hired those suits, I'm going after those sons of bitches. I don't care how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah. And Jensen, I don't know how bad you think your wounds were, but your boss, your friend Sarif, they butchered you. Went too far with the operation. You were an experiment, a test. But he's the one that made you a weapon. Almost makes me feel bad for you. Almost.
All right. So, and actually, we did find out. We saw that in the reports in the limb clinic that some of the replacements that we got,
Pritchard,
like,
I located Radford. He was attacked by men in suits. Private security, Secret Service types. I'm going after them.
What about Radford? Did you get anything out of him?
He's in pretty bad shape. You need to call it in. Get an ambulance to his apartment stat.
Got it. And Jensen, don't get yourself killed, okay?
Oh, Francis. I didn't know you cared.
Don't flatter yourself. I care about the security of this company. You getting yourself killed compromises that. So don't be stupid.
All right, so as I was saying, we had seen that in the reports in the limb clinic here in Detroit, where they were basically saying, well, we don't need to replace one of his arms, and word came down from Sarah that it said, no, replace it, replace everything, even the stuff that isn't needed. So they could actually decide for us how extensive our augmentation surgery would be. Now, here around the corner is where the goons are, and the storage unit is. But I think I'll end this video here, and well, it seems like things went pretty well, so hopefully I'll take a look at the resulting video, and well, hopefully it looks as good on the recording as it did playing it, and we won't have any further problems. So for now, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like or a comment below, subscribe to stay up to date, and I'll see you in the next part. So until then, have a good one.